Oh boy. Oh boy. Something went wrong with Stacey's. I wonder what happened. She's probably still talking too. She's probably still talking like, yay. Uh, let's see. Let's. I don't know what to do. She was. Let's remove her, I guess, from this and see if she can sign back in. Oh, yeah. Well, good old interwebs. Let's open that up again. Maybe she'll be coming back in a second. I don't know. For me, let's see. Let's see what we hear. Where there she is. Let's add her back into this meeting and see what happens to good times. Good times on the interwebs. There we go. Stacey, come back to us. Where are you?
Can you? I don't see myself yet. Can you
I
hear
don't
me?
see you.
Oh no!
Let me add
Can you hear
you.
me?
Your camera is asked. Oh, there you are. Okay. Wow.
Okay.
There's all kinds of
Should I?
funky
Okay.
stuff going. What
Oh,
is
this is
going on?
bad.
What is
I don't.
going
I'm.
on?
Oh no! I don't know. Should I try my?
Holy good
What is
lord. I don't
happening?
even know what I'm seeing.
I
Wow.
don't
All right, so
either.
my apologies to everyone. This is obviously some kind of a really strange camera. Oh, my camera just went green. All right, so that camera is have a man. This is the problem that these cameras have been. All right, I got to switch cameras. I really don't want to have camera problems now because with these tariffs to get them fixed is
Hey,
going to
stop
cost
being
me.
negative on the positively powerful podcast. Okay.
Yeah,
Gonna set a
I'm being
boundary
challenged.
right there, right now.
I'm being challenged. Hold on, let
Okay,
me
I feel like I see whiskers or something. This is a little creepy. I don't see myself.
Yeah,
I am
I'm
I
working on
think
it.
I
I'm
lost internet connection. I don't know what is
yeah,
going on.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
actually hotspotting from my phone because I'm not gonna
Hotspot.
mess with my
Yeah.
modem. But every once in a while, my internet likes to cut out for no reason, and I have green light. So this is not very good
And you
advertisement
have
for green light.
no, no, and I'm all like, I want to get green light, like real bad.
But this happens to me
Um,
every once in a while. Like I have to call them and be like, I don't know.
oh
And it's usually like
boy.
a nice day like today. So I'm hotspotting from
But it
my
looks
phone,
like
so hopefully
everything is funky for me too. So, well, that's not what everyone should see. Okay. Yeah, you went away too. I think it's time
what do you want
to
to do?
I think it's time to end this debacle of a
No,
show.
no. Did you want to try to restart it?
I can't even enumerate the issues that are going on right now. It's like not even possible to understand at this point. Okay, so there I am,
Yeah.
and there you are. It's
So we just can't see each other at the same time.
we can if I can just it just like everything went bing bing bing. It just like everything blew up in a way that I've never seen happen before. So it's camera effects. Basically having to rebuild all of these scenes uh, and then add you. Wow. And I have okay.
Look at you go.
Well, that was.
It's called perseverance, Scott. Perseverance.
I had to switch cameras because my main camera has just gone green on me. And this is a camera that I just sent out for repair, and they came back and said I couldn't find anything wrong with it, and now it just went. It just blew up on me. Great. So anyway, I must be doing something screwy because
Okay.
like the universe is going, hey, slapping me around.
It is slapping you
Yes.
around. Okay, so maybe stop being so negative on the positively
Joe
powerful
says, "Are we
podcast.
witnessing karma
Witnessing
live?"
karma
Yes, we
live.
are.
Yes.
We are.
Yeah, we're witnessing Scott's whatever. So yeah. All right. So sorry, I'm a little blurry. I am on my hotspot and I don't feel comfortable trying to change it back at this point. So, all right. Do you want to get into this?
We might as well. We might as well.
Okay. Okay. So I figured I can read a little bit, we can chat a little bit and go from there.
Okay.
All right. So this is kind of around the karma yoga definition that I talked about. So
Now you're talking about
says
like yoga, like breathing and.
well, yoga means what? To join, to yoke. It's like bringing together one. It's like a spiritual oneness.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Do your work, but do it without attachment. That represents the first part of the formula. We're not being told yet how, oh, he's referring to the Gita here, how to stop being attached, but we are being told that's the goal, to work without attachment, which means acting without worrying about the outcome. Don't be attached to the fruit of your action is one of the principal instructions in Karma Yoga. Set thy heart upon thy work, but never on its reward. Work not for reward, but never cease to do thy work. So, so this is what's really getting into how to live from a place of non-attachment. And I'll give one of the examples that Ram Dass gives because I find examples to be helpful. So he goes on to talk about, I'll go and give a lecture, and maybe it turns out to be a disaster. He was a professor, by the way. Everybody gets up and walks out. That's hard on a lecturer if you're concerned about the fruits of your action. I will go away feeling humiliated, shaken, my ego crushed. That experience will burn into me, and slowly that humiliation and hurt will keep working on me until after a while I come to see it as one of Maharaji's, that was his spiritual teacher. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing his name right. Greatest teachings. Far out. I love Ramdas. The people in that audience were showing me how I was clinging to my own model of what a quote good outcome would be. If I'm really lousy, maybe that's the best thing I can do for you. Maybe I'm throwing you back on yourself to get the teachings. How do I know? Because of my own ego's needs, I can't stand back far enough to see what would create the optimum outcome of my own acts. So that's like a really helpful example. But yeah, we can maybe chat a little bit from there. We can get back into it in a bit, but how's that for a start?
Well, honestly,
You're like,
I've been there's been some dropouts, some pauses, and
oh really?
I'm having
Oh,
trouble.
no.
I'm having trouble with this one. I think
Okay.
I think we're gonna have to reschedule our positivity, our positively.
Well, so we can not attach from the outcome and decide that.
So not attached to the outcome. Does that mean that I'm not gonna just put it simply, I'm not going to let this bother me. Is that? Oh,
It's a little bit deeper than that. Um, it's more about saying, I don't know best. I don't know best what a good outcome is,
oh,
if that makes sense. My ego doesn't know best of what a good outcome is. Who am I to say what a good outcome is?
and I think that would apply to kind of a bigger idea rather than okay, clearly this stream is not a good outcome because you're freezing and it's pixelated and right?
But that's not clear. That's not clear, right? It's showing your attachment to needing to have a clear broadcast. And there actually might be more benefit to not having a clear broadcast. Who am I to say that that is better? I don't know, you
Hmm.
know? So it's showing you, so what it does is it's showing you where you are attached. So when you're able to do the work, it becomes very clear what you're being attached to and the areas that you need to surrender or give up, as in give up to divine, right? And act in humility in your human frailty.
Hmm.
So that's, so, and then we could say, you know, oh, look at this opportunity. I know Joe's joke or, whatever he made, like, are we seeing karma unfold in real time? That this lack of clear picture, these issues are giving everybody they are giving everybody an exact real time experience of how to do this work, right? And now I'm able to show people in real time this work
Hmm.
and how I'm able to not just teach but live these concepts.
As opposed to getting all flustered and bothered and pissed off by this technological debacle. Um, use it as a teaching tool.
Yeah,
Use it as a way
exactly.
to learn how to control my reactions to things. Still find the positivity. Still find the message inside the madness. I guess.
Hmm. Yep, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So and we're not able, right? If we stayed in, oh, this is terrible, and this isn't what's quote supposed to be happening, then yeah, that entire message, that entire opportunity for learning gets lost, right? It's like you threw that in the garbage. And that is what's necessary for our evolution. That's living the path. I call my business radical evolution for a reason. We are constantly evolving. And
Hmm.
so it's having that mindset and approach and perspective to life that that I don't believe we are here just to be happy. We are here to evolve. We are here to be presented with the exact things we need to grow. Um, and if you kind of look at it as, we're here for, quote, God to experience itself or the universe experiencing itself, then it's like you are on this path so that you can have that oneness experience,
Hmm.
or the universe to have that oneness experiences through you. Um, so I think that's why there's always this innate pull towards a spiritual path of some kind, to bring us back to that oneness. So it's like we become separate just so that we can become one again. So that might be a little too
It's
far
pretty
out.
deep. It's
Far
pretty
out.
deep. It's pretty deep. It's a lot. It's a lot to. It's a lot to grasp a hold of. But it's, you know, even right now as I'm trying to navigate this, the tech of this, and you know, a lot of things are happening that are confusing to me because one, I've never seen it happen before. Um, Two, I'm trying to live troubleshoot and figure out how to get it to work, and and still concentrate on what you're saying, and try to grasp these large concepts that people study for their whole lives to try to understand.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's
Um,
it's it's a lot. It's
it is a
it's
lot.
it's a bit beyond me right now, to be honest with you. I do appreciate the lesson though. I do appreciate the lesson because in many times in situations I probably would have lost my shit in this situation, you know, instead of just
Yeah.
rolling with it. I probably like I even tried. Everyone's like, well, I guess we'll cancel it, you know, and you kind of pushed me to continue on there, which I thank you for. But um
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out
This
the lesson as it relates to karma, and maybe there isn't. Maybe it's not. It has
But
nothing to
this
do
is
with
what
karma.
this is karma yoga. This is how to live the path. So, okay. So this is my best description. And again, I feel like I need this big disclaimer, like definitely not a guru. Um, is so by when we are attached, when we bring our attachment into the process, that is where I feel like we muddle up the karma. And then we're now bringing more stuff into that action reaction thing happening, right? So if I bring frustration into this situation, if I bring, oh, it should be XYZ into this situation, now like that's the energy that I'm bringing in. And then the quote karma will be what comes back from what I bring in. So kind of the quote goal when it comes to karma is to no longer be putting into that system. It's to exit the wheel of samsara is, nirvana, enlightenment, so forth, in which our ego is no longer putting into that action reaction situation. So that's why non-attachment, detaching from the outcomes, helps to no longer be putting into that so that can, quote, clear out. Um, if that
Hmm.
makes sense. Like I said, I don't know if I'm the best person to explain it. That's the best I can do, right? Like the more expert you become at something, the easier it is to explain it in more simple terms.
Right, right, right.
Um, Yeah. So my simplicity of it. The other story that really relates here that I wonder if we could like link in later into the comments is the farmer's story. Have I had you watch that before, Scott? It's
The what?
dark.
Uh,
It's called the farmer story.
are you
It's
saying the
an old, I
farmer's
don't know if you call it a
story?
fable. Yeah, yeah.
Every time you say it,
It's
the
about it's this
connection cuts out. So
it
I'm
cuts out.
every time it sounds like
Yeah.
story. So I think you're saying farmer's story.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, farmers. Yes.
I have not
So
listened to that or
okay.
watched it.
All right. I can't remember like each thing that happens, but it's basically like a horse runs away. The farmer loses its horse. The horse runs away. And the neighbor says, "Oh no, what a terrible thing to have happened to you. The horse ran away." And the farmer's like, "We'll see." And then the horse comes back, but this time he brings all his buddies that he found out in the wilderness, and now he's got a fuck ton of horses. And the neighbor is like, "Oh, what good fortune. Have all these horses now." And the farmer's like, "We'll see." And then his son is riding the horse and falls off and breaks his arm or his leg or something. And the neighbor is like, "Oh no, what bad fortune. Your son, is injured." And the farmer's like, "We'll see." And then there comes a letter for war. And and his son doesn't need to go to war because he is injured, right? And then the neighbor is like, "Oh, what good fortune." And the farmer is like, "We'll see." So the whole point is we don't know best,
I see.
right? Yeah. Yeah, we don't know best in that the ego, and when I say we, I'm talking about ego, doesn't know best. And so then it's detaching from that. And so then we're no longer putting in all this anxious, attached energy. And that is what I see, my understanding is what muddles up that karma instead of detaching, which is different from inaction because there still is action going on here. I wrote something in here at the top, and I don't know if I wrote this or if well, I mean, I obviously wrote it, but no, now you guys are gonna be like, "Stacey, you're dissociated." I wrote, "To engage in the mind is not a true withdrawal of action. To think otherwise is delusional." Um, so when we renounce the fruits of the action, we're fine. This is Ram Dass now. Um, when we renounce the fruits of the action, we're finally free to act in whatever way we're drawn to by our Dharma act. That's like your life path act. We are no longer being pulled and pushed in other directions by our attachments. We are not going to get anything out of it. We're acting to solely fulfill our Dharma. So this is when you're literally acting from, a place deeper within that you are drawn to that doesn't have attachments of what you're going to get out of what you're doing.
Mm.
Yeah. So yeah, it relates to the karma, but it's just not in this normal way of kind of how we usually as society understand karma to be.
Deep
Yeah.
stuff.
It is deep. Yeah. So that's why when you were like, "I want to talk about karma," I was like, "What?"
Yeah. It's interesting because, we have, at least I have, a very superficial, what I thought was an understanding of a much bigger concept than I could have even imagined.
Mhm.
In its simplest forms, it's like, do good and good will be done unto you, and it's so much bigger than that.
Yeah.
And the concept of detaching from the outcome, um, I mean, I can see how you can work your whole life meditating and practicing things to do that properly, to detach. But the farmer story is a great, it's a great parable, I guess, because like that's exactly what I'm going through right now,
Mhm.
and it's something that happens all the time, and you see it. Hindsight is always 2020, and you go back and you go, "Oh, remember when this happened, and then that happened, and then that happened, and then here we are." And you're like, "Wow, who'd have thought that at that time we were going through hell, that it would all have, turned out this way." Um,
Exactly.
so yeah,
Exactly.
so trying to be mindful of that in the moment, and saying, "All right, this is crap raining down on me, but maybe, crap's going to be a form of currency one day, and I've got all this crap that I can use to pay."
Right.
Bad
Exactly.
example,
Like,
but you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah. And it's even right. So it's trusting that knowing I don't know best. I'm putting my own judgments. My ego is putting its own judgments on the situation. And instead of getting all hot and bothered by this, attachment that I'm bringing to the table, I can give that up and trust. And then when we do that, we enter into like a kind of different mindset, a different state of being in which we are relaxed. And there is more opportunity to, yeah, like it's saying, live out your dharma, to live out that path, to move from a place of love over fear, to move from compassion, and and then that could be seen as like putting those like good things in the karma thing, but it's less about um doing these good things to get them back. It's just living from your what I would say would be your true nature, your inner nature. Um, and that's what we really just want to experience, right? Because
Yeah.
we often have an attachment to an outcome because we see being true nature, right? That peaceful place within. But really, it's kind of like a hack to just go to the peaceful place within first that was never missing to begin with.
The
I think
biggest
it
problem I
froze.
have with our little live stream today is that the network or your network or whatever keeps cutting out during your wisdom, and I think that's horribly rude. And I think that's you know that's not good for you. It's yeah. You of all people should not be having the audio and the network cut out while you're talking, while you're dropping these truth bombs. So I apologize
But
on behalf of the network universe for this disrespect that has been bestowed onto you. Um,
hey, but maybe then people will like be okay, well, I just need to sign up for her program, where I'm not
right,
gonna have a
right.
disruption of
Learn how to
service.
not
You
get
have
pissed off by network dropouts with Stacey Steinmiller.
Yes, it's my next class that's coming into Limitless Lounge. This was all a part of my master plan to get people to sign up into Limitless Lounge,
I wouldn't be surprised. I
leave
mean,
you
you
wanting
have
more.
minions that are out and about taking pictures of people when they're on jobs.
Take a deep breath
But
and remember
all right.
who you are.
Well, not everything's broken. I'm able to hit the music, so we're gonna wrap this one up. I don't even know. I think I also screwed up the restream part of it, so I don't even know if it's on all the channels. It must be on at least it's on LinkedIn and it was on Facebook, but I don't think it got to YouTube today. But whatever, that's fine.
Oh no.
All right, so learned a lot today, and we're looking forward to next week where it's going to be better. It's always going to be better. Ciao.
You know.